Hi, today is March 3rd, 19th, 2026, and I've just decided I'm going to start telling some of my stories and putting them on YouTube. So this first story is it's a hard one for me to tell because it's from my time in a psych ward, specifically John George. And I'm happy with my behavior, dare I say even proud of my behavior in this story, but that's not really the point. And I always worry that I'm telling this story and it seems like bragging, which isn't my goal. But so I'm sitting on a ward in John George, and a couple of nurses bring on a new patient, a young woman, and I say young woman because she had to be over 18 to get admitted. But if she could legally drink, I'll eat my hospital grippy socks with a side of humble pie. And I'm 30, 40 feet away, and I can see that she is visibly shaking. Like, she's freaked out, which is understandable. It's a freaky place to be. And the nurses just dropped her off on the couch. And she just sat there and curled into a ball and cried and shook. And I couldn't just let that go. But there's a problem, which is that the 5'10", 200-pound bearded men on locked psych wards are not who young women look to for help. They just aren't. But I decide to give it a go anyway. And I walk up and I, gesture to a spot a good 3-4 feet from her, and I say, "Can I sit down?" And she nods, so I do. And I say, "You look like you're having a hard time," and she sort of gasps out, "Anxiety." It's like, well, no shit. It's not what I said. What I did say is, yeah, that can be a rough one. I know some things that might help you out if you want to try them. And she nods. And I say, okay. So first things first, scale of 1 to 10. And she says, a SUDS rating. Which is exactly right. And I said, yeah, subjective units of distress, exactly right. Scale of 1 to 10, where are we? You're an expert. She's at a 9. Can sympathize with that these days. And I say, okay, so not the worst day you've ever had, but you've seen some days. And she says, yeah. And we then spend 2 minutes on a grounding exercise and 2 minutes on a breathing exercise, and she's at a 2 out of 10. That's all that had to happen. And by the way, I know there are a lot of people like, this is a psych ward, just give her a fucking benzo. There are real reasons why you don't want to do that. People on benzos are uninhibited and have memory problems. Giving a benzo in proximity to a trauma increases the likelihood of developing PTSD. There are a lot of reasons why you wouldn't want to give a sedative in this situation. What alarms me is that a patient was taking care of another patient and doing a better job than the people who were being paid. Anyway, tales from the psych ward.